Hi there, this is Tony Barton on Be Courageous, shown on Watch Kansas, and we are here at the GOP convention. Have been having lots of fun with lots of interviews, lots of great things being said and shared. It's kind of like the melting of the minds, and
fantastic.
It's just been
We're solving the world's
really
problems.
Are we?
We are.
We are.
Yes.
That's our job. That's what we do.
It's what we do.
It's what we do. Very good. So, of course, trusted sidekick Terry Rogers here with me today again.
Thank you.
How many have we done today?
A lot. That's why we're kind of slap happy. I don't know, 10, maybe more, but we're happy to do it.
We are happy to do it because you know why? Because that's what we do.
It is what we do.
And so today, right now, we have a very special guest named Virginia Crossland-Macha. Did I say that right?
You did.
Did you say it loud?
Right
Did
on
I,
target.
did I say it loud enough?
I'm not sure.
Well, our producer said that I did.
Okay.
So,
Virginia, thank you for
we're
being
so
with us.
glad you're here.
We are.
Well, I feel like I'm privileged to be invited to this fun party.
Well, and that's our middle name.
That's right.
Yes,
We're-
yes.
And we like to party.
Now, we know about you, but why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about your background?
Well, I've been associated with the party for a long time, and very active player, and sometimes an active player just has to find a route outside the party to be more effective and cover things that the party doesn't cover. And so you get creative.
Yes.
And last year during the COVID, I decided to go old school because I remember when I was a small child, there would be a car driving through my neighborhood with a megaphone on top. And this guy would throw candy and we would run and listen to the congressional, please elect me, I need your vote.
Yes.
And I was like, I believe that would be an effective tool.
Did
So
you do that?
I did.
Oh!
Love it.
I decided to wrap a trailer for our president. It was time to make America great.
Amen.
And keep America great.
That's right.
I bought 15,000 Trump signs with my name on the bottom.
How many?
15,000.
15,000.
And how many did you sell, Virginia?
15,000.
15,000.
And sold 15,000 signs.
I love it.
And as we, as the project unfolded, we really didn't know what we had. So we launched in Newton, Kansas, and it became a thing much greater than me and my crazy idea. It became a flagship of hope, and people came out without the mask and the concern of COVID. We celebrated America. We had parades and the flags went up, and these things grew. And we had followers. And so you could text me, and I would deliver big highway signs, I would deliver 4x4s, and then I noticed that I could become a platform for our candidates. So I created a mobile stump. And so it was about 13,000 miles across Kansas, 105 counties.
Wow.
And
Are you saying you traveled
Yes. Yes, they did.
13,000
Yes.
miles with 15,000 Trump signs
Yes,
they
in
did.
all
Yes, they did.
105 counties?
yes.
It was amazing.
And that's not all. I noticed that I could be a distribution for local candidates. So when I came to their area, I would pick up their signs and load up and create these drive-through sign giveaways
You're
for
amazing.
new candidates.
Is she amazing?
I needed her.
I know. Where were you?
So we became known as the PopUp Girls.
Yes.
Even to President Trump, who flew us, I mean, we jumped on a jet and went to Iowa
Oh my God.
as a VIP because
And who are
we
your
were the
partners?
PopUp Girls.
Do you
PopUp
want to
Girls.
name your partners in crime? Who are the
I do.
PopUp Girls?
Emily Wellman.
Yes.
She is now the current secretary of the state party.
Wonderful lady.
Me and Emily met a long time ago on the, I was the Senator Pat Roberts' golf cart driver on the fairgrounds for 9 years.
Oh my God.
And Adrian Foster.
Yeah, I know
Vallejo
her,
Foster.
lady. Yeah.
Adrian, me and her are Hispanic, and we're kind of partners in crime a lot. And so it was just a very good mix of people. And then we picked up Jackie Eckert from Hutchinson. She had just been furloughed from the fair. I drove in with a wrap trailer. She looked at me and she said, "What are you doing? I'm going with you."
And did she go to Iowa with y'all?
As she did.
Wow.
She had never been in anything like that.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she goes, she couldn't get over it. She was starstruck. But then we got off the jet, and the next day at 8 o'clock, we had to be, I believe, in Kingman. And so, you know, her being on a plane and the whole President Trump thing, she had to get over that because we had to get back to business.
Yeah, they go
That's
back.
right. You
And
can be
so-
starstruck for 1 minute. and
1
then that's
minute.
it.
You got 1 minute. And so the thing that we learned is we created this network of people that usually aren't reached. And we could drive into neighborhoods that we didn't really have a lot of fear because we felt like we were driven by God a lot. And it was randomly choiced. We didn't really have a solid plan. It just happened. And when things like that unfold, you know, kind of randomly, it's just meant to be.
It is.
And so these people have stayed in contact. And so when the losing of the election, the calls, there was nothing I could really do for these people. And we felt helpless.
Sure.
And so I did a lot of kind of just soul searching. What binds us together is freedom
That's right.
and love of country.
Yes.
And why is the other message so much louder than our message? Because we have no platform.
There it is.
Amen to that. We have no platforms. That's right.
So my new project is a trailer wrapped.
Okay.
And it's wrapped American made, telling our story.
Oh, I love that.
That's good.
That's excellent.
This project, you start with a simple concept, and then all of a sudden, when you just try out the concept and throw it around to people and bounce it off people, it grows because they're like, and you could do this, and you could add this. And so effectively, we're a mobile platform, and we're allowing people to tell their great American stories that happen right here in Kansas.
Oh, Virginia.
Because those are the things that are not transferred from generation to generation. So, as a grandparent, I feel like sports replaced a lot of my time I could spend with my grandchildren. And so, how do you fix that? You create a way to document and share. So I hired a couple of producers who have never had a project that involved so many aspects of people's lives,
Yeah.
and created an Oprah set out here in the hallway. And they
Meaning right here?
and we were shooting for maybe 10 people volunteering their story. We got 38.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
And
I saw that. I actually went by. I was wondering what was going on there, but I saw them doing an interview of a young lady at that time. I know exactly where you
Oh,
were.
that's great.
And so the concept of being able to go into our universities, talk to our international students because they understand freedom.
They sure do.
And how more impactful can you be is to have somebody tell a story and about freedom because they know what it's like not to have it,
You bet.
and they are fearful that if we lose it here, the light goes dim on freedom across the world.
That's exactly right.
And so anyway, I talked to this man who said, "Oh yeah, and the feelings that people get in your head, your story is so small, but when you start elaborating on it, it becomes this big thing, and all of a sudden you realize everyone has a great story.
That's
You
right.
just have to be able to speak about it."
Yes.
And so that moment they get to speak about it, and they take home a God Bless America sign and put it in their yard, every time they see that sign, they will remember that moment they had to speak about their story that's documented.
I
So-
love it.
Amazing.
So, yeah, this is like a really, a project that grew with a lot of input, And a lot of people that saw, my vision could be bigger. And so go big or go home, is that not right?
Yeah,
Amen.
that's right.
Yes. And the next time somebody tells me one person, what can one person do? I'm going to say, let me tell you about my friend
There
Virginia.
you go. There you go. I'm sitting here in awe because that is just absolutely amazing. I'm thinking back 13,000 miles, 15,000 signs.
That's a
you
lot.
know, and I mean, just the wrapped vehicle,
That's
and you're getting the stories of these people. So when you get the stories, how do people like myself, others get to see these stories?
So you got to realize your shortcomings, and if you want to do a project that's top notch, that's going to make a really big impact, I hired the 2 producers,
Sure.
a social media director. We're building a website, and we're going to produce documentaries. And where do you show those documentaries? At the Kansas State Fair, where they have 27,000 fourth graders that come across that fairground.
Yes.
So as I talk about this, I had volunteer teachers step up and say, we will write curriculum. And they said, I'm like, it would have to be simple because I'm pretty random.
Sure.
And they said, not only will we write it about a learning lesson, and at the end you pick freedom.
Wow.
And I said, and then you stick a button on a child that picked freedom, and now he understands the concept, and he's got freedom.
And then you have
That's
to constantly
wonderful.
remind us
Yes.
too.
And the other thing you have to remember, when a fourth grader on a field trip goes to the Kansas State Fair, they will never forget it.
You're right about that. I remember my trip to
that-
the Superdome. I'll remember that forever
So-
in New Orleans.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why fourth graders?
Well, that's the age they target to bring to the Kansas
Okay.
largest classroom.
Okay.
And I was on the fair board for 9 years.
Okay.
So I got the in there.
That's right.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
And so I threw this idea out, and having curriculum written by teachers,
Sure.
it just automatically upgraded my standing. And so now I have a reserved primo spot on the fairgrounds.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I believe that this could be something that continues.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
So, and we will show these documentaries why they wait. And so children will come away with not only I got freedom, but they got to see great stories, positive stories, that you can be successful no matter your consequences.
That is awesome.
I love
So you're talking the state fair, and when is that?
It is the first Friday after Labor Day, Monday.
So
the
fall
Monday.
next September. So
Next
between
September.
now and so there's a lot to happen between now and next September, or not next September, but September.
Yeah. So I put together a schedule already,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
our goal is to deliver 25,000 God Bless America signs.
This is great.
And of course, Virginia always sets the bar high, so she works hard. And
That's okay. You'll do it. I know you will.
it will be 300 cities, and probably about 15,000 miles. And we will try to pair up with already events happening, like parades, because we love parades.
Sure.
Yes.
And be able to hear these great American stories that happen right here in Kansas, because not everything's bad in Kansas, right?
Oh, there's a lot of great things in Kansas.
So this is by Veterans Day,
Okay.
because on Veterans Day, I believe that I want to be at the World War I monument in Kansas
Yes.
City,
Yes.
Absolutely.
and I want to do another car parade
Oh,
that
that'd
has
be wonderful.
estimated 7,000 cars.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Just for America.
Right.
Because if we don't take care of American freedom right now, it is, I don't know that we can get it back in a year. Politicians always like to put everything, in 2 more years. But you know what? We're at critical. We're at critical mass right now.
Just having that conversation with someone that it's not 2022 or 2024. It's something that needs to happen now and not wait on politicians or election
That's right.
cycles to begin to make a difference. Those things need to happen now. And you're doing it, and you're getting people involved.
Yeah.
And this is so cool that I got to be able to follow you somehow as you do this.
We're known as the PopUp Girl on Instagram.
Pop-up girl, you know what? First of all, I want your autograph, so you have to sign that. Sign your card.
But, you know, I sign my name like a doctor, so
Sign
no one can
however you
read
want.
it.
Put your names on the other side so I know. So that's cool. And then the Pop-Up Girls on Instagram.
And do you?
We have a
how-
Facebook page.
Okay. And how are you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have a Facebook page. It is called PopUp Events, or
Okay.
PopUp Productions Events.
Okay.
And we already had from the Pop-Up for Trump, probably, I don't know, 2,500 people already following us.
That is so cool.
Even when we were censored, we were popular.
That is so cool.
You can't censor popular.
And you know, you said something earlier on, and I think it's so cool that you're infamous, and I like that. That's cool.
That is.
All right,
It
you're
really is.
infamous and you're famous, and that is just extraordinary when somebody steps out like that to make that kind of a difference and impact for our country. You can do nothing but get excited about
Well,
it.
you know, and the project just isn't about freedom. It's personal to me because it actually it's a self-gratifying kind of process. I want to know that I impacted, even if it was one life,
You definitely have.
and measure that.
You have impacted many, many lives, and we just really appreciate you stopping by to speak to us, Virginia.
And-
This has
Well,
been great.
And
I
your
feel so
shirt is
famous.
cool, too.
Ooh, she feels famous
Oh,
because she
you
was
are.
on your show,
Yeah.
Tony.
We sell merchandise.
That's right.
That's
Love that shirt.
Lions, not
Not
sheep,
sheep.
because we need to find courage.
That's
There
right.
it is. That's right. And you're in
Exactly.
the right place. You are now
Yes.
part of the Courage
That's
Pack.
I
right.
heard courageous.
All right,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Yeah.
Because
Thank
that's
you.
what this is. Well, like, I'm serious. I will be following you, keeping in touch, seeing what's going on, because this is extraordinary.
Well, maybe we can hook up.
Absolutely.
In midstream, and
That'd
you can
be
get
great.
a personal update.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
It will happen.
I watched you on Facebook, and I watched
Thank
you
you.
on. I get some emails that have links on it, and I'm just saying that it's podcasts like this that people are hungry for.
Yeah.
They want to know what the normal, average Kansan thinks about things,
You bet.
and we have no platform.
Well, we have one here,
Fixing to.
and it's going to continue, and you're now part of it.
Yes.
So
Thank you
so
so much.
I am so honored. I'm so honored.
It's our
much.
pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you.
Yes, yes, and you'll have to come back. We will be getting updates, so
We wish you all the best.
I'm just,
Well, thank you so much.
I am in
And
awe.
Yes.
I am
love
so
it.
glad that you guys made this convention part of your podcast.
We'd like to thank
This is
Tracy.
a well-attended convention,
It
and so
is.
now you can see how concerned people
Sure,
are.
and we want to thank Tracy Ramey too from Watch
Yeah.
Kansas for doing this. She's
Thank
the
you,
lady
Tracy.
behind the camera.
Hi, Tracy. We're all good.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. All right, until next time, be courageous.